tonight, we have one of the governors whose state is equally affected by some of these security incidents that we have seen. The governor of Abia State, Governor Gov Ikpeazu, he joins us from Umuahia, the capital of Abia State tonight. Thank you, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight on the program. Just like we've seen in the South West region where we have Amotekun, now we are having another security outfit that governors, it's an initiative of the governors, now in the Southeast, Ebube Agu. First and foremost, for those of us who do not understand and cannot speak Igbo, what is Ebube Agu and why did you choose that name?
Well, Ebube Agu means the aura of the lion. It means that the aura and presence of the lion connotes protection. It connotes territorial authority, and it connotes strength and power. It means that today we have resolved to come together to synergize and see how best we can protect lives and properties of citizens within this geopolitical zone.
So it does look to me that this perhaps is an initiative inspired by what your colleague governors are doing in the Southwest. Am I right?
Security situation across Nigeria as it is today is dynamic. We are just trying to respond to our peculiar circumstances in the Southeast. We are not copying or besting from any geopolitical zone, but with due respect to what our brothers in the Southwest are doing, we think that Ebube Agu as a security outfit for the Southeast will serve our purpose here.
So let us get a sense of what you're planning to do with Ebube Agu. Now, we understand that some of the incidents we have seen in the Southeast are worrisome. And there's such a thing that a lot of people are asking for immediate action from government. Now, this is one major step that you have taken. Give us a sense of what you have decided to do. When are they starting? Are they going to be bearing arms? Are they going to be wearing uniform? Give us some details about this security outfit.
Ebube Agu will be a security outfit both in name, purpose, and action. They will be properly equipped. I want to inform you that all the states in the Southeast already have various vigilante outfits. In Abia, we call our own the Homeland Security Outfit. In Enugu, it is called the Forest Guards. But we want to go for a harmonized, synergized system of action to be able to compare notes, to be able to set up digital platforms that can respond to communication challenges, and also rapid response outfits that can crisscross from one of the states to another in the Southeast, to make sure that whatever happens in Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi, Anambra, and Imo will elicit some response from the neighboring states to make sure that we contain the onslaughts headlong.
Is it because you, from the communique that we read, it shows that you are warehousing the vigilante group under one roof of Ebube Agu. So it's more or less like a vigilante organization, is it?
Yes, it is a vigilante organization that is dovetailing from the various vigilante groups that we have in the separate states. But we are saying that we need to centralize our action because in Abia, for instance, we are surrounded by 7 states in the Southeast and South-South, and most of them in the Southeast. So it will be foolhardy for me to operate in silos. So I want a situation where all the states in the Southeast can harmonize their security architecture in such a way that we can hold firmly what we have sworn to do, which is to protect lives and property in this region.
So give us a sense of the modus operandi of this security outfit. Are they going to be concentrating on the forest, or they're just going to be like the police, or you are creating a regional security outfit that is for the rural areas?
It is going to be rural-based. It is going to dovetail from our communities. It is also going to be intelligence-based. And we are going to make sure that we are one step or two steps ahead of whatever security onslaught that is coming to our region. We are going to make sure that there are no ungoverned spaces. The forests will be combed. We will root out anybody who is not supposed to be in the forest, and ensure that at the end of the day, we have everybody and everything happening around our geopolitical zone within our purview. There's not going to be any blind spots. We're not going to allow ungoverned species. We're not going to allow forests that are unmanned by anybody. Such things won't happen again.
You've not told us whether they will be bearing arms and wearing uniforms, like I asked earlier, and give us a sense of the recruitment. How many will they be in terms of the number in each of the state and as a whole in all of the 5 states of the region? We understand that the headquarters will be in Enugu, is it?
Yes, the command headquarters will be in Enugu. Every state will respond according to the weight of the challenges or what he has capacity to bear. For me in Abia, for instance, if I want to do 200 boys per local government, that will be giving me 3,400. My colleagues can decide to do something more. Whether they will bear arms or not, my response will be that we'll be prepared to match whatever arsenal that is confronting us with equivalent force.
Okay, so let's look deeper into some of the situation that you are faced with. I'm talking about the governors and the people of the region. Can you tell us, Governor, are the violence in your region, in your state, for example, political in nature, or is just some kind of insurgency that we are seeing?
Well, I think that if we start from the beginning, the Nigerian state has allowed a situation where some citizens are beginning to feel unprotected, uncared for, and that has given rise to what they now call non-state actors. You will agree with me, Benga, that we've spent so much time searching the dictionary to define the difference between a bandit, a herdsman, and the insurgents. And so we have been unable to define enemies of the state and draw the red line. This has created a lacuna, and the people are beginning to resort to self-help. But we're saying that we've been elected to protect our people. We are capable and we are rising to that responsibility as I speak. So whether it is political, whether it is religious, whatever it is, an enemy to the Nigerian state is an enemy. An enemy to the well-being of my people, the people of my state, becomes an enemy of the state. And in that case, we will do everything to make sure that we don't allow that kind of thing to flourish.
The reason I'm asking this question is simple. Sometimes when you know the source or the origin of a problem, you just one step forward in solving the problem. Especially you're going to the root of it, you might as well kill that disease. There's been links between some of these recent attacks and the police especially had come out to say Ipob and ESN are linked to these. For you, as a governor, as a security officer in your state, any connection between Ipob, ESN, and some of the attacks that we've seen?
Well, I don't have any evidence to that effect as I speak. And that again goes back to the kind of intelligence that we have in Nigeria today. I want to seize this opportunity to say that in fighting an asymmetric battle, as we are confronted with in this country today, we should change the admix of our security architecture. Before now, we've been focusing on the frontline officers, the armed men, and boots on ground. But I think that we should change now and spend 65 to 70% of our resources on intelligence, on research, and on planning. Why is it that we cannot identify the source of gun, the source of arms, the source of ammunition? Why is it that we cannot identify or listening to the telephone conversations of these individuals that attack us every day? Why do we seem as if we have our hands tied to our backs and we have become a punching bag? It is all of this that has created a scenario that has led me to say that it doesn't matter to me whether it is religion or whether it is whatever coloration they give to it. I'm only interested in identifying who has become the enemy of my people. And then we will do everything to make sure whatever name he goes with or goes by, or whatever philosophy the individual is preaching, we have decided that such an individual has to be stopped before it places a problem that is beyond what we can control. The way it is now, you will agree with me that the Boko Haram we are facing today in the north is not exactly the Boko Haram that Yusuf started. This thing has taken a life of its own. Same thing with the problem in the southeast also. If we don't do anything now, it will go beyond what we knew 2-3 years ago. And this is the time for us to rise to this challenge.
So it leads me also to wanting to know whether in any way or form Ipob or ESN, are they a threat to security in Abia State, your state?
Oh, well, they are still agitating. You recall that we made a pronouncement in Enugu some years ago, withdrawing our recognition for that organization. But I want to say to you, too, that are there issues, cases of lack of trust between one another in this country? Are there issues of marginalization? Are there issues of lopsided development? The answers to this is a straight yes. And at a time like this, we think that some of the agitations are valid, but we do not subscribe to the pattern, way, and strategy in which they are pursuing it, because we cannot see the end of the tunnel from the beginning. And that is why we want to say that anybody who becomes an enemy to the citizens of my state is incurring the wrath of government, and we will stop that in the future.
So Ipob, I mean, because we would like to know categorically, Ipob is not a problem for you in Abia State.
Ipob, I don't want to mention Ipob at all because it's been proscribed. But since you are still mentioning it, if they exist and the way you are mentioning it, they are a threat to anybody. Ipob has a philosophy, and the way they go about their philosophy at times do not serve the purpose of a constituted authority. To that extent, we cannot subscribe to their strategy. But we are saying that some of the issues they are raising in this country seem to me to be valid, and they need to be addressed too. There's so much mistrust between one another. There's so much mistrust between one another. We don't have a Nigerian anymore. What we have is just tribesmen. People, you are either an Igbo man or a Yoruba man or an Hausa man or a Wari man or a Nupe man or a TV man. Who is the Nigerian now? The Nigerian state has been orphaned and is looking for citizens to claim it.
So it then leads me also, because I'm going to come to specifics on the security situation in Abia State. But I'm curious to know, Governor, why are these attacks coming on police formations, against security operatives and against our security architecture? Especially, this is specific to the Southeast region. This is where we have seen attacks on the police and security agencies. Why?
The answer is straightforward. One, they are attacking institutions of civil authority, the correction centers or the correctional facilities where, or what used to be called the prisons, attacking police, military formations, and attacking courts. These are institutions of civil authority. These are institutions that handle or run our justice system. And then attack on them means that these people do not want the civil authority as it is constituted to stand. The second reason could be that they are looking for arms, because an easy way, so it has seemed now, to be armed is to dispossess a police officer or a soldier of his arms. And the third reason is that some of the individuals in prison could be ready hands to handle the weapons that have been collected already. So because of these three reasons, the targets are clear. So what we need to do is to make sure that these institutions are protected, just as we are determined and ready to protect the citizens of this region.
Before I come to specifics, I'd like to know what's going through your mind right now, because things are really getting out of hand. And as a governor, you're one of the major forces in this country that people will hold on to, because you campaign, you got the mandate of your people to lead them as one of the federating units. So you have the authority and the power to effect some of the changes. So things are getting out of hand. What major decision have you taken in Abia State as part of the governors in the Southeast region to stem this tide of insecurity that we have seen first in Abia State and in the Southeast region? Any major decision that you have taken? We need to see this end, isn't it?
Yes. In the first place, we think that unemployment is at the root of all of this. And in my state, our greatest need is to create ambience for our people to flourish. We are not interested in pittance or handouts. We want power. We want roads. We want all those amenities that can enable us begin to manufacture things using our hands. For us in Abia State, we have mainstreamed employment. Everything that will create employment in Abia State has been on the focus of this administration since 2015. For instance, we have focused on small and medium-scale enterprises as well as on trade and commerce. And for the first time in this part of Nigeria, we have established an automated shoe factory to support the over 1 million young people that are involved in shoemaking and in garment making. We took some of them to China to teach them how to use those machines, and they are, as I speak, producing shoes for the Nigerian Railway, and we hope that the Nigerian police and the military will patronize them in the days ahead. We are also establishing a similar factory for garments, and we want our people to continue to do the best shirts, like the shirt I'm wearing and sitting before you now. It's made proudly by my children in Abahia, and I'm so proud to wear it everywhere. And we want them to continue to do so that we can actually be the manufacturing platform that will launch Nigeria into the free trade agreement in Africa. Beyond that, we have gotten ourselves involved in the revival or supporting the revival of moribund industry. We are aware that golden guinea industry is back on stream, and you can imagine how many jobs that will create in our environment. But beyond that, we need also government at the center to begin to whittle down the issues of mistrust, lack of trust, and deficit of confidence between one another. We should focus on those things that bring us together as a country. Nobody will be able to send his child from one part of another country to another to go and do NYS, which we experienced in 1984 as a young graduate. I'm miffed and I'm worried that we have become further apart today than we were before. I think that the focus of everybody, including leaders, the way we speak, the things we do, the way we comport ourselves, the way we protect one another in all parts of Nigeria should be a template that will drive the national unity and cohesion that we desire.
Governor, we need to take a breather. Yes, apologies to cutting. We need to take a commercial break now. But when we come back, up next with Governor Ikpeazu of Abia State, we'll be talking about the issues of governance of Abia State. We speak to us about what he is doing in the state and, of course, some other issues relating to security. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope your Sunday evening is on to a good start. With the conversation that we're having with Governor of Abia State, Governor Ikpeazu is the executive governor of Abia State, who is talking to us from Umuahia, the capital of Abia State. Let's get back to the conversation. I'm looking forward to perhaps some maybe physical or more concrete steps in stemming the tide of this insecurity when I asked about what you are doing, and I wanted perhaps a more concrete answer as regard, because if you have a situation where you have pilfering going on in your house or you have someone stealing your property, you need to probably change the doors or the locks. I wanted to hear something as physical as what you're doing in the immediate to at least stop what is going on. What are those, or what is there one thing that you can tell us?
Benga, we don't have the same background. I'm a scientist, so I take problems from the fundamentals. I deal with the issues. Why insecurity in the first place? It's because people are unemployed and people are hungry, and that is why we are attacking unemployment. But let me speak to what you want to hear. In Abia State, our security strategy is to deploy what we call the gatekeepers. These gatekeepers are in all the communities, and their job is intelligence. And I want to tell you that since 2015, when I became governor, we've not had one single case of bank robbery in all of Abia State. But that is not to say that we don't have our fair share of some security challenges. Abia remains one of the safest states in this country, and we have evidence, and the statistics are there to show. Having said this, we have consistently equipped the Nigerian police, we have equipped the military, we have equipped the Navy, we have equipped the civil defense, and it is an ongoing thing. As I speak today, we have resolved in the Security Council to ensure that we set up another biting force, a joint team of both the military, the Navy, the SSS, and the civil defense that will be on patrol across the major cities of Aba, Umuahia, and Ohafia all the time. But we are also ensuring that those who get involved in one form of crime or another gets apprehended maximum within 10 days after the activity or the event. We are also ensuring that we mount strict surveillance over our forests. Abia has least incidents of herders, farmers clash, because we have a conflict resolution committee set up right from the community level through to the local government and to the state, headed by the Commissioner of Police as chairman under my watch. So we have a robust system that enables us hold our state, and we are praying that God Almighty, under whose wings we are protected, will continue to protect Abia State in the days ahead. All I'm saying is that all of this put in place is not enough for a state that is at the confluence of the several states in the southeast and south-south. And that is why I subscribe to Ipob. That time has come for the southeast region to have an umbrella security outfit that will be able to synergize and harmonize our activities and the actions of our various vigilante groups in all the states, so that we can really ensure that this place remains quiet.
So I have just a few minutes left on the program with you, Governor, but I have quite a few questions to go. So let's take them quickly. The first being that some of your colleagues have asked for state policing. So you say you subscribe to Ebobeagu. So you're one of those who want state policing to happen immediately, is it?
I want state police to happen because the response time of the Nigerian police, the way it is today, is hampered by the fact that the commander-in-chief of the police, either through the IGP or direct to Mr. President, has to come all the way from Abuja. We suffered casualties during the NSAS riots as a result, which was hijacked by hoodlums in Abia, as a result of the fact that the boots on ground here could not respond. Even as I was speaking and meeting with them every 30 minutes. Yes, they couldn't respond because they had not received order to respond. Crime today in the 21st century has become very fluid, in a state of rapid flux and dynamic, and needs a dynamic, proactive response to keep pace with what is happening.
All right. So let me get a quick update from you on two cases. Specifically, you recently declared curfew in Umar here and Aba indefinitely. What is the latest on that? Are you lifting the curfew anytime soon?
Oh, yes. You know that more than 1,800 inmates were released in a prison at Owerri. And we have several unmanned borders, bush tracks between Imo State and Abia. And the natural thing for any neighboring state will be to take a proactive action to ensure that we don't encourage influx of these people, giving enough time for those who are hunting for the jailbirds to either apprehend them or for them to return willingly or voluntarily back to prison. Or for us to at least be able to assess the situation and take the next steps. We think that the life and property of one Abian is important and can become enough reason for us to suffer a little discomfort. But very soon it will be lifted. We are watching our crystal ball.
So quickly, Governor, also, there was an incident a few days ago at the Central Police Station on Umar Azikwe Road in Aba. But also of worry is the suspected explosive found on the school ground at the Union Primary School in Umar here. What can you tell us about that? Have you found out whether it is a bomb or what kind of explosive? And when are you reopening that school?
The material that were recovered from the school around Umuahia, those materials are being investigated. Preliminary observation has indicated that the materials are very rusty, meaning that some of them had been there for not 6 months, not 1 year, probably. So we are even thinking that there may be ordinances or relics of the Civil War. But it will be too early for us to jump into a conclusion now until we conclude the investigation. But suffice it to say that there is no cause for alarm here.
Let's try to wrap up our conversation with you. Now, is leaving the PDP, talking about politics now, is leaving the PDP part of your immediate political plan or a future plan? Because we are hearing that may happen. And we are hearing from the APC and the PDP. Some are saying you are leaving, some are saying you are coming. What's your position? Are you leaving the PDP?
Oh, well, I have said it time and time again. I am in PDP and I have not found any reason to leave the PDP as I speak. I think that my people are comfortable with the PDP and I will stay where my people are.
For governance in Abia State, Governor, you made a lot of promises in 2015 and when you sought re-election in 2019. Can you tell the residents of Abia State and the citizens of the state that you have fulfilled the promises you've made to them?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Benga. I am a man of my words and I made promises to my people and I am keeping those promises, because I look at my manifesto as my rule book. It will be too early now to pass a judgment, but those who live in Abia know that gradually I am delivering on my promises. And God helping me, when I look back by May 2023, I will have reason to say, glory be to God for how far He has led us, and my people will be happier. And I think they are happy even as I speak.
So if you say they're happy, is it in terms of infrastructure? Because I understand that even the resident doctors are complaining. Issues of pensions are also there. In what area do you think that they are happy? If there are some worries from some citizens and residents.
Well, you see, there is a vocal minority of people who like to paint pictures that are not the true picture here in that state. My people here are happy. You are in Nigeria and you saw the results of the election that was held on the 27th of this month. That is a tacit endorsement of our infrastructural revolution in Aba. There is no road in Aba today that you will fly with your car without the signature of my government. So whatever you see in Aba today has a signature and endorsement and signpost of my government. But we are not satisfied with what we have done. Governance is beyond provision of roads or payment of salaries, which has been regular, of course. I don't owe any civil servant in Abia State as I speak. But there could be one or two parastatals. Those parastatals are supposed to be revenue-generating parastatals, and we encourage fiscal responsibility. If you generate 100 million naira every month in your parastatal, and your salary wage bill is 70 million, why can't you pay yourself?
All right. Governor, we're obviously out of time, but I must sincerely thank you for your time tonight and some of the responses you've given to some of the questions that we have for you. Governor of Abia State, Gov Ikpeazu, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Well, thank you for having me.